I want to tell us something. Today's conversation is very, very, very important to me and to you as a Ghanaian or an African. Listen, I don't want to sound this as a warning to some people. Water is not evil. I want everybody to understand. Water is not and never evil. When you are happy, you cry. When you are sad, you cry. Your emotions are fluid. Fluid gods. And your emotions are not evil. Fear itself is not evil. You better the word evil. You better the word lived. You better the word devil. Afeni yetimi breaking it down. Listen. And I want to also send this message to all the pastors, all the bishops that claim or believe they can pray for water or whatever. I don't know. Even your God came to meet water. He couldn't do anything about it, but obebutu nsuo eso. Wunana ekachira will say ensuo. Ye were the way I approaching, and in actual fact, that 7% water in your own body, you don't have the ability to make it stable. That is why your stomach is like that. That is why you are going through all kinds of sicknesses. So if you won't preach to people to be reasonable enough to take care of what they came to meet, so shed here because I don't know leave you was so now feel say ade a wo beto ye no wo onipa wo to me bia wo betumi abompaye amasa ensuo abotan ne asase a wo beto ye na wo say nipa we need to check your mental stability. What do you adwuma? Because sika wo pe wo mompaye nya sika no nyade a wo yare a wo pe aduru anom wa mompaye enya eduro wo hospital ena omuma weduro in natural fact uko asori dem no one mom paye se onyame mbre wusika wo jeje offering wo jeje tithe ena wunya sika. In fact wunya sika na wo pese wo expand no, you didn't use prayer to expand. Would use sika ni use wadwen a creative strategy edisi schools edisi TV stations ena wo be a church no branches. And how they expand your life. You didn't use prayer for any of this. So if these basic things, prayer couldn't do it, stop lying to people that you can pray for waters and earth and whatever to be stable. You were a liar. Because Bible account or say common food. Will be dimposa 1 year juma. Wounded. Wan kasa wo bompa ya aduane beba ma wadi wama mechanics no sese wan ya adwuma wundidi. Today let's talk about words people use to edit threaten nkrofo. Na fe yenye honest with ourselves that prayer has never sorted nothing. It is our actions. It is about our effort. It is about how we approach things. We should think like this as humans. Say ye pe peace, ye pe love, ye pe growth. We should not think making noise in the name of prayer will change nothing. What has prayer really changed? And then common food also one in the today I want us to have a conversation, and the topic is devil of the still waters. And I don't know who is going to talk to you today. Last week we experienced Oshun. Now after that, and I feel in America for experience, but almost the end of the day, one man no attention, a moon, one man attention, but soon nankasaba any day about one blind side. But this platform is giving them frequencies that balances them. Into no omo bebaha, no money wa bekasa. Into wo shemi and that. Who do you feel is here today to talk to you? Today we are going to delve deeper into water bodies. And now any deity, I shall be pomu. You can name them. I can tell you for a fact that one of them will have opportunity to talk to you. And now, let me ask this question. If Kole, there is so Kole that they've given part of it to spiritual people, that's where they pour their libation. And makoho akoshe baby ya twakwa mom so mompo mo libation the way a hobon. I'm not looking fully the way she looks, but I'm giving you a bit of netibia ne bobre. It may be so say kole etibia ne bobre eti say na opie mpo a the only fragrance a opeso ote eye roja pamocho na mo hwa ensuo na ewo ho no owo mu ana mumbisa mo ho se ensuwa na ewo ho no we goes to nananom ensuwa na ewo ho no mo hwa se kole looking like the way I am looking even today, quarter of it and the komuni n'anim nyina ne na ho ne fruits nyina ye gold dust na sing in our man the colors ni my church ni I'm trying to talk to you ensuwa osan so awia se not ya mo hwa ensuo notim nti libation no so otim so ontim libation na mo pour wo ho no mo pour e de ma hwan. I want us to talk about this. I think I have so much to tell us, but platform no I hosting a lot of visitors and I don't have my will. And can yes and can the episode we come in kawe can maybe sana nanom no se si ekrambofo ni Christopher oku omo nyina omo beto mo wa ha na nanom fue ade na mo mpam omo nyina enko because omo ni asase wa ha omo ni chefa wa ha krambofo ni asase wa ha Mohammed oni property wa ha ena Christo su ni property wa ha enti mo nananom no mo na omo beto mo ena mo nananom ni ahemfo etete mo na ase ana etete mo nkonwa so ana etete mo tumi so etwitwa asase ni bi ede ma omo enti so omo nsene ha no mo ma mo nkrofo ho nto mo a na mo klemi se mo na tumi nyina wo mo ho a dia AC advantage ben ena nananom mo take wo ho from nananom abosom akonfo ene sumankwa ahenefo akosi ahemfo mpanimfo so dia AC sesie wo mo asase sui omo beto mo ha na mo baabi tena aye enti so omo tu mo nso no atu agu no mo ma hahanya gu mu anka advantage ben ena mo take what this situation ho but like I said and then me ndem ho ena me only this emire ya ye wo mi se me ne wo ebekasa but me bekasa kire we anyways abusia some weeks ago a young Christian pastor came to see me and opened up to me. He said, Maame Grace, I have prayed and prayed for a financial miracle and nothing has happened. Sometimes when I look at these people, na me shed the way omure fi omo quickly. The greatest event, an evil event that has ever hit this universe is slave trade. That happened to Africans. And the people that started it are the Arabs, those who brought you Islam. And then the Christians also came to follow. These people have never done anything good to you people. But who am I to complain? This is the time. What are you using this opportunity for? Also for na some of the aba na me gina so na mama assembly aba abeto wasun. I am very hopeful because my Lord and personal Savior Jesus walked on water. Also for na semnie. Kase bia yete aya yente ase na se ye pese ye chire mu chire mu so mo se mo nte ase no. Ehon na medwen wa menti ase osofo ne se Yesu nante wo nsuo so. E na akonfo na nkasa kwata ikoti se na nyame sunsum ebutu nsuo ani. Na okonfo nso ebi beba be ka kire mu se ensuo ni bu afu. Enti se ye ko perform rituals. Se nka me wotu mi bia nko bi obekasa ase mi bia meche no. Na rituals na o claim so ko perform ya mensuo no amensuo na ye kam no eye snap any whatever na wo in alcohol e wo nsuo ni mu mpo no wo betumi atu na wo feel say snap na ebe apisi ensuo ama wo nyankopon ba obebutu nsuo na wo body ni kura wo de nam ho no ebutu nsuo. So that's why 70% of your body is water. We will delve deeper into these things because adwene ntiase aye wo no cause so much damage ma see we are about killing ourselves for what we don't know, what has never left any inheritance for us. Obi no true post bi, if you put Quran and Bible in a room, it will sit there. They will never fight. I don't know how they interpret this to you. You are looking at your brother, an African, your bloodline, and I will bruno because of somebody you never saw. And when was somewhere we say, yes, you need come by, yes, you picture. Muhammad be chilling and chebi. I went to me and photo. I'm speaking sense into your system. Or saying Yankopon nanti won so until you're so hopeful. Then he asked me something that showed he didn't understand what he was saying. Or he probably doubted his own faith. Me problem ni tete no na enfie dodo se na motete asofo ansa na mo release omo so mo nko bi omo de no mo be bi omo asori po ate so wo yere ne mba wo family a otumi keeping the family na ansa na mo bi asori ne de ama no se sie no discipleship is not thereendre ya gba no we be and people will still go. That is not an issue for today. Also for an answer question no be say no kra mama hu say hey, so how can this person lead people? Where is he leading people to? Because Onuankasa himself has zero understanding of what he is preaching. So, faith, he said, Madam, is there another understanding to this walking on water miracle? And I'm sure because if God is real, why can't I even get a small breakthrough? Or soft one without. Edi entity ya ne yede ma no ansa na wo bedi sofo no na sesi enu mi bisa mo se nyame na ofre nti mu ye sure say de e koso nyina nti nyame ifre sa ankrofo nyina ende na sa nyame owo problem. I sat with that message for many days na me nka ho asem. I did not answer him quickly. One thing about me no obetimi atena ho ene me adi nkomo na maka cho so ko 2 weeks na waba. I sometimes, some of the things, we hear say we need nipa ne bekasa. Me ka kire ne say sa asem ya wo de abayi, wo de ekọ. Na me man 2 weeks oba na me ka kire so onko na me a whole episode e de ama no so that obenya full understanding. So whoever is watching me, if you were a pastor and you feel Jesus walked on the sea, or you feel Jesus spoke to the sea, nenye calm, and now feel say no nyame sunsum ebutu nsu ani a today me nsu ankasa akasa akere no wetie the meaning of that message. Na me de wako wo nananom pen so saa mbre no so saa asem no de ana ekere because ye nya saa knowledge we a ye begina honom asese ye ho ani o. Because the question is bigger than it sounds. Asem na obi sa ye no na ebru nipa adwene ene ne nti ase so na asem na kwa akoye te sa asem a Yesu bi sa na asuafo no o se we mu se me ye we mu se me ye we mu se me ye we na wo nso so wo se me ye hwan ene nipa ba akuku pehu ye Peter ne Paul mu mienu no mu di me getting correct that since Bible school ba akoka se wo ye nyame ba no se osoro na ayi a kire wo. Sa question now so for ni bisa na akoye te say sa question ni bi. This is a man who has been misled from childhood, and now even as an adult he is stuck with the Bible tales. Or ye software dear and crofo di na chi omo bon nsam ma no dear but na adwene. This thing is disturbing some of your bishops. The stories, the allegories, the mythologies that omudi feeding na adwene no e that so ho on to me din no kra man no won get to the inner self to the core na on learn to relearn and na oginem and na baby a wani yedui or exercising gullibility in public or disgracing Ghana globally is so disheartening. Such confused beings are sitting in the name of parasitic shield, misleading people whilst they themselves don't have understanding. If you open your mouth to say that you are praying for water, the water you came to meet, something that is older than you, that runs with gravity. Wunipa a wumbiresa. Wunyankopon kra ba obebutu so wo. Oso betumi abompai. No wonder they see what they see. No wonder they go to where they claim they went to. Sa no sofo we na nasem no akwakoye. Because under normal circumstance, how are you going to pray for something that acts, that has its full consciousness? The only thing that thing doesn't have is its awareness and our awareness, just so that you can actually protect it for your own good. You are rather going to pray for waters. And have you prayed for your home? Have you prayed for your own sickness? You see, onipa ye mobo. Listen, onipa ye mobo. Abrabon kase si suoso. Ena ensuo ni bo asroche onipa dasani ni hu tumi se o stop sa asroche no na onipa dasani betimi learn mechanics na watumi atena asase no so anaso se ensuo no so na wanya what is called stability e de awie ne mission and ne purpose. So who are you onipa dasani a wo se wo betimi abompa ya ma ensuo a wo beto na asase so na wontimi create bi so mfa nka ho? If this is not madness, what do you call this? Abusia, but he asked for more wisdom. Or so for where I will lose in the way. What may be saying ansasem, and that is all that matters. Nenia banahoso, na wa bread no hoase, and the one who say o yamwa, when we say adi oyenu, o yan shishemu. Into a bisa question, and no name some way na afei. Na bra bone na namontuo no e kire say o deserve me attention. The fact that ne ni aba ne ho so e na o hwehwe wisdom no na ese say ti me ka kire nso ntena se na me promise ni say me ye episode ama no na I didn't want to just use my head. I needed somebody, I needed an energy that can talk to this man na I get it to the core so that people will understand that se wo di nipa ko hye nsuo mu e no nkire sa wa hohuru nipa no. Understanding no nenye den anyhow. We were all raised on this story. Obia tisasemida. A man walked on top of the sea like it is solid ground. Ye nyina ya te say Yesu enante wo poso. Na Peter so nante su bi na fe na ni ba no so no. No start say all mem. This is one of the greatest code in the Bible. Anka Christopher decoded just this part. I'm telling you, anka all the things you see on social media, anka you will not see it. The unnecessary utterances, the unnecessary fight. If you are fighting for religion, I actually don't know what to tell you. In actual fact, oh yes, so anante ensuo no so to say asase so ena onam, but mu nyina why na etimi anante eposo se mu nyina mo se mo nante Kristo anamom. E de be na Kristo ye ya watumi aye bi. Odane nsuo ye ne wan. Nso mo se nsa kora enye. Oye no so no ne maame ka hwe ehun se ede nti minim ensuo ne wan no nso no ye wo mu nti amuchi nsa Yesu ye bi mwatumi aye bi Yesu enante wo poso mumu wan na anante wo poso bi pamocho Yesu ekasa kire epu mumu wan na akasa kire epu da nti sese mu ankasa po yemfa mo nto yi understanding ni na eni ho nti mo beye mo bi taka o mo se mo wo Yesu na mo di Yesu echi ade Yesu ye na onye bi but understanding is not there for you nti no wa ma Yesu aye basa no wa ma Yesu aye poor wa ye low tie ameka asem we nkyerɛ wo no kware so na ameka kyerɛ wo ma wa understanding enya adwuma hwɛ onipa wa hu oye mmɔbɔ ɛna ameka kyerɛ wo no onipa ye mmɔbɔ ankasa na to please this human body easy than to please anything spirit. Me say to please this human body easy than to please anything spirit. Na jitu se nipa ye mobo ne susu se wudwa wanum se de be ya bibi towa ye nyina ye be hu so nipa ye mobo me maka kire mo me se mo tese me ye mu tu na bibi ye me a honam wei ese eje ne ho a me ntumi nya hwe nti me use mechanics to keep it nipa na e mobo na wo se wo frɛ Yesu wo wo se wo tumi gina ho mechanics ma the whole nation a national election wo ma ebinum wi ni ye wo nsa wo yare da ho ende ye di wo few na may I never fall sick na pel bia begina me nkyɛn na wa begina ho se ofrefre nipa wo ye prophet wo nua prophet a wo so na obae na ose onu de onu solve problems e wo wiase nyina wan kan kire wiase se onipa ye mobo baby enipa namunie onipa ye mobo omudwa omo enu mama mfie omo ate na onipa ye mobo hi onipa hie ne nua nipa na wo ye prophet na wo kogina wa wo so wa asori a wo bo mpa ye ma nkrofo nto wo so kogina wa mo mpa ye ama no afi wo frefre nipa mama Yesu aye so low aye mobo eye mu na mo be ma obi ya ho kwan te se mburu samfo te se ye no mu ya keka nsem na mo se mo ntia se me bisa questions o me I don't even have your time to insult you. I love you too much. You are my brother, you are my sister. But something doesn't make sense. We ask questions. So what am I say? Enti Yesu wa wanante baby mama what you say. Peter, one of his followers, also stepped out of the boat and walked for a moment before he becomes afraid and starts to sink. Peter ne boss na ye Jesus. Ena Jesus nante woposo no so nante wo so. Africa de bishop for no de omote ya na omote. Disciple bi ani wo be nante omo anamo mu, chese omo mba. Ukokon omo bu befu. Ba ni na ye question. Wo a wo ye church member na wo ya me no dwen. So what? Akwa na ko didi nkrofo na tem no when national chief imam oso mo nche no. I don't know. Those with knowledge, when we are talking, they watch and they pick so much from it. Omo tetare ho ma ye se nhoho no. Ekutuo no omo num bia enye yie. E na omo san wo kutuo dua no ho. Nti wo kwa akote bia wi adi so a na omo we konongo kaya. Ono a onso a ontwe ne ho so nko na omo kasa gbagbagba. Wo check your background apoto. Yesu na nante wo ensuo so a ni disciple. And so nante wo so till say ono a disciple no ehu bi bad mu na for starting say or sinke. Many of us were taught to see this as a magic trick, which is never like that. Understanding in what, and I will give you today. Something only Jesus could do. Something far away from ordinary people like you and me. This is what they tell us. Sadia Yesu nkwana ye. Ntina mbisa se mubetumi aya. Se dia moti ase literally no. Se sa na ti aye nkompuna no. Na ko nante wo so ne yenhye. Cause also who carry Jesus power. Therefore, if your master can perform superhuman magic, why can't he charm a few CDs for you to sort out your financial issues? And maybe someone say prayer. Who did this say? Mubetinya ota prayer. Ama ensuo ama asasena. I dare you to stop collecting tithes. Ejuma de yenim se untumi nye because nsakora woni bia de beye. Yenim se untumi nye nti I dare you so obetumi abompa ya mensuo ayi libation ya mensuo ma galamse ni de ke kan was. I dare you to pray for your God to bring you coins. Ne jai tithe jije na wa asorofo nyina Daniel Mosikafo. We ye twa wadwe gina asem we so ne ye decode Bible na ma. So you will let humans understand so that they will lead a way, they will lead a life, they will apply the words of the Bible so they will get to a stage that will glorify whoever gave them that book. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with asama minu mi enuti ha yeken? Ibisao. If you like, stop collecting tithe. Mu collect tithe. Mu collect tithe na ye bebra. You build schools. Mu jiji school fees nya dia na ye bebra. You open TV stations. Mu ya na ye bebra. You open business from one business to another. No pastor, no bishop can attest that obompa ye ne sike free sroba than collecting from the poor and the low-minded people. We dare you to pray. The ancient stories that the Bible stole these mysteries from were not simply about things like a man's feet, literally walking on the sea or on the water. Understanding no, it's not there. I want you to get it right today. They were written about something that happens inside every human being. Every single day, adi esi nipa bra boso no. Eno na omo ka cho, na me di kan ka cho say, wo body no kra wo kita no. Eda 70% water so. Nti onipa emoje tuwa ubewu no ensuo beba nsa na ubewu. It is telling you that your soul is basically sitting on water. That is why the Bible will tell you that ye wo Yesu mfe no emoja ba ya na ensuo ba ye na fe di otoye. All these are codes. We just want to help. So allow us teach so people will get freedom. People want to see things. People are practicing things to get benefits. They are not seeing it. So what all you are doing is encomiums. There is nothing in it. Men, I'm kind. A idea when you more practicing it every day. They were writing about the mind. I didn't know. The emotions. And the part of you that is supposed to be in charge of both. Adwene we emotions no any idea esiso na ebetumi take charge na direct a control a create eno omo ka ho asem wa he but yanto yebo ankyerechire me be asem. We've taken this literal. Ye dream say because Yesu nante woposo or ye powerful also walk on the sea. Enti obi so no so walking on the sea. Who claim say also wo ye bi. Ye ne yenhwe. Yesu di brodo 5. Or the chema 5 ahin frofro one eka achire no kra no surplus. No leftovers no na ye ahin basket. Ye bi asoro wo communion kra te se wokoto ububu a wo kan. What can you actually do? We are teaching you and you say wait. Jesus himself died. Where did he go to? Almost say oko asamado ekosane nipa wo ho. Yesu ankasa mpo wanko heaven. But onipa daseni apa Yesu no akọ heaven, but the Yesu ye no onye bi. Ye bi sam asama mo se den. Where your question no? For those of you who have stayed with me for a long time, you would remember my astrological decoding of the mysteries of the Bible. We've done that episode. It's still on this platform. Where I said that I agree with many masters who used star wisdom to describe the sun walking on the sea as the sun rising over the ocean and traveling from east to west, which obia betumi akogina eponano na wahwe se ebo enwumire 4:30 walk na ewia ne nam epono so se boko na ekọ ne baabi. The Son of God ewia na edasoro no onyame no boye. And I must say the Son of God. The lazy O is where the confusion is. And when I tell you the Son of God is a Rihanna, that's why but everything Corpus Christi will attest or will bear me witness. That metaphysical understanding helps astrologers master the element of the skies in decision making. No, mutumi de share time. I have studied many old traditions in my years of this work. I've been here. I've been in this, I don't know what you call it, whether you call it witchcraft or a devil game or wisdom and light, whatever you call it, But I've been playing in this game for 25 years. I started from the church. I know all kinds. And I have told you, I'm a very intelligent woman. So brilliant. When I pick up something, say, Monsieur, it's not a joke. It's not copy and paste. It's not chatters. If you like, take it. If you don't, now for you. I sat with the druid in London and listened to how they viewed nature and the element. You can visit Avery if you are in London, and I did videos for you. I don't just talk. I have sat in our own villages and listened to elders talk about rivers, about the spirit that live in water, about how our ancestors also had teachings on mastering the self before you can master anything else. This is where I also look at those who claim they are using water element. And I become so well. And listen, it is all about frequency. And I make catch no plane in there. So we say kole baby aye chama mo na mo bompa mo ko hoko bompa yen se mo say kole te ho pa. I dare you to summon that energy. Look at how this energy looks like. When your frequency is balanced, you can see this. It doesn't work like that. But it doesn't mean they are not there. They are conscious spirits with body. The only thing they lack is awareness. They don't have matter. Apart from that, everything you have, they have, and you came to meet them here. Inti what say omwa ehun faso wo say omo na wadwen mu no dia wo ye na ebeba wo Bible so dia obedua na obetwa wo feel say ye beans so what the adwen papa approaching so now the same way will come to you. Let me get deeper into this and give you scriptures, and then we all decode it. Then you go and ask your bishop if he can leave all this and go to wherever. I don't know. We will come back to that. I have sat, me feature in so many as, me feature in so many as, me feature in so many as. If you don't master yourself, forget. You will be doing chatters. Another thing, yeah, Emma, you're experiencing all the gullibility we are experiencing on the media. Onwe nipa nye aware of self. Onwe nipa nankasa has not gotten to the core of the trauma. Now we'll go through complete healing so that obe discover master na juneno. Now we're practicing mindfulness so that oti baby no kasa obe hu say asem we ye ka asem we ye nka arehuye. And when I put all of this side by side, I saw the same lesson repeating itself in different clothes, different names, same lesson. That's why I was telling you, se brofo kasa asesa Ababe help before adwene. And I'm a catcher says spirituality is just like onion. The way you peel. U peel ya ubekwa koto ube starting with the hard skin. Now wako be a red. Now wako ubekwa kodu baby nefe de ye white. Now wako do baby nefe wako koto onion no nino ewo ni nyina ye onion no, but go through stages. So when you get into the Bible, get into the Quran, get into the Bhagavad Gita, Judaism, read all sort of apocryphal books, get into Catholic books, and get into all the mystery books and all the mystery schools, and you sit with the Dogons and learn everything, and the Druids, all the occult groups you can think of. If you get advantage to learn up from all these people, that's when you realize that it is just one thing. That is why I tell you that God is not that shallow. So, Bedi Kanya Bonipa, no, we're trying 2,000 years, and son of the book Abre Nipa. Now, we're saying, I hear years, and son of the Quran, bro. It doesn't even make sense. But what I say, Adia na one ananomo yeno, and no one will be answer so aye. If you don't believe this, Mose mon ananom no mosum bosom Abraham ni Moses no mo enya bosom sum ya e de na ma wu se mo aba ba bi foforo nti nya bosom sum bio enwa na muku emkoko amuku enkraman amuku ni nyina nya de kro na. Apart from the dogma of religion, it seems that any other frame of mind mastery gives a better understanding of parables and mystery stories. Apart from the dogma na how would you even fight your own brother because of somebody you don't know? How would you even, who does that? What is actually the sense in this? God of love and God of peace. What has war got to do with you people? It is all because of dogma and indoctrination. Ye jina no an ye jina ye nya ya dwen se ye bebubu niamem ahwehwe niamem na se woto obo na bubu niamem na ahwehwe niamem a wo behu se Islam o abosunsum o nyankomisum o edienyo e ya de kro na ye frefra no ntoma ahodo na se ye bedwen ye nya this understanding na, that is when we will come down na ye niama na ye wo ha ni nyina no ye hu ni se ye evil afi ye be ye ni yie na se bibi ye evil mpa wo nipa wo betumi asesa ade no ama na ye papa. That is a wo dwen clearly. So how do you even think? Bisa, what would sign a dream in the first place? Today, on Spiritual Hour, we are going to open up the story of a man walking on water. I want us to discuss this. We aren't going to argue whether it happened exactly as written or not. We need time. No, I need no other argument. And you also need no other argument. And we are in a country where freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Obi adia. What am I say? Obi nti asema say obisa question. Na no na mete ya nom na me bisa no. Nti I don't have time to argue. Esi there be but me be kan asema kire. So don't watch this episode with your weapon of religion. Obi kan asema na wafa wutuo na akokunu. Don't come and watch me like this. Come and watch to get the renewal of the mind. Watch this episode or this platform just so that you can purge your mind. Watch this episode so you will know how to think as a human being. This is not indoctrination or dogma. So don't watch this episode with your weapon of religion, ready to fight with anybody who disagrees with your faith. Because it wouldn't even make sense. Adia ensumo obi buono. Pesa obejiatum say obeba be fa so wo hwe so yie. Sade ensumo obo a you don't care. It doesn't mean say a new wiase for people not to talk about it. Now that you people are fighting for Muhammad and fighting for Jesus, then what happened to them? Are they that weakly for you to fight for them? Somebody who is coming to take people to heaven and hell. This is how powerful these gods are. Allah and the rest. Jesus and God. This is how powerful they are. Taking humans to heaven and hell. Why are you, a human being, fighting for these people? You pray for everything to happen. So if somebody is fooling with God's name, why won't you pray for something to happen to the person? Why are you doing physical attack? Well, now a question. You see where the level is. This is a spiritual class. This is what this platform represents. Me mana ye okay, me mana asinke into you. It's nothing like a setup of a religion or nothing. That's all I say. Abusia, me man krankre biara akwaba. At the back spiritual hour, so my name is always Maame Grace. The mystery continues. We get to do this. Yeah, as I say, we keep going deeper and deeper every day. We will get deeper and deeper till Africa awakes. Because South Africa ni to me nyane antia se ye bo me wo be ni beto nsuo wo ho na nsuo ye nkwa enti nsuo na wo se metete ho me do a me nje bi wo ho gata kora me ntitim na ekwan da ho na ye mfa konwa nsimu se de obroni enwu nyansa ye obibini enwu sa nyansan na obi a wako school te brofo to me gina wo kasa ono okobọ mpa yansa. We are doomed. We are finished. About this spiritual hour, I feel crying ever starting. I believed you, and I send you love, I send you love, I send you love, I send you love, I send you joy, I send you strength, I send you love. I send you light, I send you pure light, I send you pure energies. Ejebia aso wo fie ho no, and your water day. Say jabone ni nyina, I send you this water to quench it. I send you love, healings, pure healings. Ebane eni fie one, I send you children, babies. Yes, it's possible. I send you love, pure light, pure energies. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you. I do not bless you. I believed you, I do not bless you. I welcome you to another episode of Spiritual Hour. I wish you a nature day. Is going to be great. It's going to be lovely. You are going to experience one energy today. So wuhuna utumi churu nidin e wo comment section honomo fefefe. I welcome you to Spiritual Hour. I am the pride of our ancestors. They speak through me, they smell through me, and they drop every particle of information through me to us. I welcome you with a lot of love. I welcome all river deities on the platform today, all the mountain deities on my platform today. I am grateful that you recognize my energies and you recognize this place and you decide to pass through here at your own time. I welcome all of you. Na so obini ancestor waha, obini deity waha, obini bibi waha no ma, wo hwe mi ya no on connecting with you. It's all about energy. And I think one day I will talk about something. Why the reason spirituality practice in the Volta, the reason spirituality practice in the Ashanti Kingdom, spirituality practice in the Central region, the reason a difference ewom the entia ebeye din. Sa Asante ni betumi abekọ mapuano. No. Ana Maame wata. Eni the entia ebeye din. Say ayigbeni anankrani beka say or come ahomachem. I think one day I will have to take opportunity and do this episode for you. Then I will let you understand why spirituality ye ntubom. Say wo ye Voltarian na so so kohwehwe bibi e wo wabrabom a de enti ese wo kọ wo kwan so. We'll talk about this one day because me baby ask me who say muatia tipum na Maame watate forest da. I just say wadwen nya adwuma. This is a topic for another day. We'll talk about it. Ane ensuo de da forest ba Maame watante wonte nsuo nim e wo forest or tipum. The reason for that, I think one day I have to take that episode and teach us. So I welcome you. We are discussing devil of the still waters. Ane. Now, let's look at something here. God on the mount. And on the mountain. Recently, I was told that a group of pastors petitioned Parliament over the introduction of a 10 Ghana cedi levy at the Achimota Forest for prayers. Just say, "Yechage eyi sikama omuso omo ukono omudu gate nanoa omuntia 10 cedis and omu petition in Parliament." I don't even want to talk about this thing personally or physically. And can make some, but I don't even want to waste my time on that. Say yes, so omuntia 10 cedis. Na mo petition. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't understand. So obi kasatia Muhammeda, also omunkokuno. No obi kasatia Allah, so obeying. Do you place Muhammad beyond Allah? It's just a question. Before rather than say. Obroni onku ni nua one ni nua nku ntoko wasasem ho da. First ye young girls na ye go weekends wo Dubai no. Sa time na ni China na ntumi fa Bible mpo nko ho. Se si Dubai Christmas do a omo mount Christmas tree na wo ho. They have learned and gotten to a level to understand that it's actually the same thing, even if it's not the same thing. I don't know why Africa will slit the throat of their brother and any sister because of these two entities who have zero land in our continent. And I don't know why Nananum too are quiet. When they are doing something and they don't call you are crying. Well, munya advantage because ye do ye ho ayenje ye ho achinye. I am coming to you next week. Next week, you be this uncommon. You make the end here. Your friend throw out punches. Yes, I'm a petition. I don't know why you people are working with this powerful God. And when issues happen like this, you don't express it. I don't know why I said I'm a petition in Parliament. The 10 Ghana city entrance fee, known as the prayer levy, at Achimota Forest was introduced partly because of new rules to protect the forest and to invest in better ways to maintain the site. Ntinka obi tu yesika we ya enya asori ni sika ni bi no mu yetie o. Nkrofo na omo kọ no. Tight ne de omo beje. Offering ne de omo beje. Sa sika ni na omo ntua so tax. Says the candy omobaji o bankrofo na nkase yi omo 10 cedis ama aban no dey maintain forest no motumi akoye dede a distract energies na wo na attention no omo ehu petition ya chiri kwan this country will change one day. It will change because you cannot hide behind any parasitic shield in the name of God or Allah to just maltreat people. There is this statement this guy made and I'm like, oh makadabas. Also, wujina police headquarters. And I wo ye wano ka wujina Muslim or another or you Muslim or Islamic jurisdiction. Aka obetumi akasa. Since when did you people have a land in our country, our continent? Since when? Because muankasa from our politicians to our leaders to whoever gatekeepers, much with this unnecessary pressure. So, into bibi because we are stopping it, it becomes issue. Because we police station. You find police Muslim, you find police Christian. Inti say ejani tomwa, it goes obiye protecting the shield, and this shield that people are protecting is not doing nothing for our continent. So we are saying that but mama yem put continent in the first. You be your personal practice. That's cool. Joining society or groups is so cool. They will help you. But let's put the country and the people in it first. What is wrong with this? You will kill your sister, kill your brother, slap your brother from behind for a man who doesn't even have a common picture. I don't understand though. I don't understand. Common levy and your musika no match petition. At this point, Atria Mountain should also be included. I almost yes, I levy. And I'm saying, you see, religious outlooks emphasize harmonizing with nature's energies in places like forests and mountains, only to portray them as places of meeting Jesus and God in the sense of physicality. Omo wadwin bi sesa wo ko mountain ne so na wo ko forest ho a wo be hia nyankopon. But enye mountain ne so ena a forest ho nso ana yese murunsamfo isu we. Eden na de sa adwin we e de to onipa dasani etirim titiri ene obibini ne understanding about this word eyeden enye ba bia mo say nyankopon we ehwa na brunsam so ewo osofo awie ya wakogina ho kabo yi ubetumi akogina nwura nimu anajo aboetie ni puye sesi ya mesre obefa he ehufuo nko a eno your topic for another day. I am saying this because of how the story of Jesus walking on water started. The year say kuro we ebeto ni petirima abedane brain tumor a capture babia. Once he went up a mountain, okofro bepo, yes, wafro bepo, Mount Beatitude. I've been there multiple times. Then per dogmatic understanding. He went to meet his father, God, Onyankopon. Moses suko biti obia was on Mount Horeb. Muhammad suko bepo no so. Enu nti na Mecca, bua esi what like bepo. They have this understanding. In the Old Testament, it says that Jesus had just finished feeding a large crowd. Enipa bebrebe no wama hon eziban. Osofo, nyimpa hi na feeding hon a day. Then he sends everyone away and goes up a mountain alone to pray. Ohonom na okwa akohia Nyankopon. Mountain ni na so eja na firi so ba. Eja no so omo nhwehwe say edi enja. Eno na mean to me. You can get the whole story in Matthew chapter 14 verse 20 to 33. But you could read it because and me time no I have important things to say. Enti enyade a me ba be kind Bible. And now you can equally say that the energy here doesn't want to read. This detail is small, but it is not accidental. Understanding no wa ube say ade we so but enya accidental, but because of literal readings and understanding and interpretations and no ama onipa obibini titiri waye mobo ensuo ye bronsam enso mo de nkrofo no kom ekobo omo asu wankasa wodwen say we understanding na you will not even do this. Sometimes when you listen to these people and watch them ensuo ye bronsam ensuo ni de menkom ko yimpa ye wo nsuo ma why we nso de onipa ne bekọ ho akobonesu onim sense oni nye fa ha ekosi ya ba ye sabre no wo fie obenom hwe the funniest aspect of this whole thing na ema meti so bi so obo mpa ya mensu ana no ho ye me ni nim dia menka no hwe wo de sei nsuo no but the aye mobo wo mu say nsuo kanka mu tutu all sort of things di gumi. Do you know say the same nsuo no na ba wo fie ma wonom no na dia menti asie mo bibini ni say no matter how they purify the water before it gets to your house for you to drink, sebiota frache, wako pupu egum, wase galamse, why you say, ye purify ensuo no, efa pipe nimu, de brewo dia, na wanom. They can purify the physical water with chemicals for it to look clean for you to drink. Who purifies the energy that it carries? This is why you people are dying. Se see who got the deepest forest in Sweden ho nyinare ye de ahodi na be depende e wo pipe so. Why? Because ya senso na kopupu di niama kankan ya allow sankrofo we mo de companies kankan o mu process all sort of bullshit e de abegum na o mu de chemicals egum e purify their brain na ya nom chemicals ye ni age but the energy. Who purifies that energy? Enti tutun so gum na gina wo say wo bo empire, the empire na wo bo. In actual fact, and na wote ho. No mo de you believe that call it na call it and na make kire no. O say we bie ni frequency so the list of fragrance this energy wants to use is Roja. Roja perfume no de sokra wo mne boy ahin. Use your phone and Google. Nimpo anka me de bi buy. The least perfume ewo Roja muno. Me see use your phone na fa Google say ya hin. It's about $1,300 or something like that. And na obey use. Into what makes you think that this energy is dwelling in that kankan water? An energy that appears with a lot of gold dust. Ohun pon kra o mejina wu na o mfa place ko ne won kasa. Now we will talk about it. We will one day talk about it. Be careful who you claim you are pouring libation to. And I will feed you ho. Yes, I can ni no one ba mu fie ma monum no. Anamonim. Ha. Ana feel say obu na ni edi. Nti na mo yare bebre no. Nti na mo bewu. Enu nti na mo adwin no sumpon to me thinking straight. Yes, akosoro okoshia ne papa. Sometimes when you look at our case, there is no way not to think of we have a long way to go. When you look at the way we behave. In almost every old spiritual writing, going up a mountain means rising above the noise. Mindfulness. In every old spiritual writings. This is what going to the mountains means in actual fact. Rising above the noise. It means separating yourself from the crowd, from people's opinions, And from the pressure of the moment, so you can hear yourself think clearly. How I wish pastors are making conference. No, my friend, I will go and ask them in the middle of the church, when you are giving prophecies and the drums are beating and people are screaming, tell me which energy? Which energy? Bible told you, sir, that is a topic for another day. This is what going to the mountains means. Separating yourself. Our own elders understood this. No and yet necessarily say, "Oh, climb the mountains." Now baby climb the cocoa. I was raw. A bisusi from by no mababu. Understanding no anywhere. When a chief or a priest needed to make a serious decision, he did not do it in the middle of the market, surrounded by noise and gossip. So if you were chief, you were bishop, you are whoever, and you chase trends, you are everywhere scattered, there is no way you can make any sensible decision. Sorry about that. You don't chase fame and think you can actually make any greater impact in people's life. It doesn't happen like that. One kasa you are defending so much into the biawoku. Yet titif one. Say now omo person omo make a decision na omo twe omo ho free dede mu, omo twe omo ho free nipa mu. So omo say ohene no watwe ne ho. That's how great leaders make sense or make decision or betwe ne ho omo bia influence no. He withdrew. So person oye nyansade a obetwe ne ho akonachi kakra. On person bibia influence no. O person okọ asenimu ye. That is what we call mindfulness. He went to a quiet place. Sometimes a shrine. Sometimes simply his own room. Okwa shem. Inti yesi oh yesi we yedin okwa confinement okwa kodwin. So that opia bontinya obeba be make one of the greatest decision and you be no influence no enye sika na influence no. How do you think as a leader? How do you think as a king? How do you think as a judge? Do you practice mindfulness when you look at the case? Lawyers no na influence and not deep down within you. What's now say na wo hwe asem. Listen, if we make the laws stronger on the poor and we make it weak on the rich, because which is not the best. Sincerity is what brings stability. And no, enema somdue eba baby. Inti ohene no obetwe ne ho so that obey sincere decision that will help the people, not a few people. In Akan traditions, we say the chief had gone to meet the old woman known as Abrewa. Ohene no ekwa akosra Abrewa no. Abrewa sokra wote ase say. Abrewa here stands in place of withdrawal from active engagement because honam no agye ne ho. Inti Abrewa no wo ho or you conscious or you known of everything that is going on, but ne honam ne nhye ne so. Inti otumi ka asem sɛ de etie. Inti omo say ohene no akɔ Abrewa no kosra Abrewa no kyerɛ sɛ ɔkɔ ama ne honam abrase ne wama na adwene ayɛ adwuma tete mmerɛ no ka yebegye obi akɔma a ɔmo de ne kɔsa ntete enimu obi begye ɔbɛkɔ ɔba bɛyɛ sɔfo a ɔba bɛyɛ leader ɔba bɛyɛ hene a yɛde ne kɔsa ntete we mu nti nipa bɛkasa bebree obetie but ɔbɛkɔ akɔtena sɛ this is also scriptural and it's in the Bible ɔsi nya aso a yɛde tie na ma wano nya ketewa bi mindfulness. Very, very important. Abrewa here stands in a place of withdrawal for active engagement. And a turn away into a calm and quiet self. Some in the scene to casta ayeding into a summer becan biano, a summer a wuhia. Until I Mrs. Obini kodru AGB. None soup and then a buying and then fiano. And far, yet to me be sounds, I don't fear no to be can one. Chiresa who need withdrawal and mindfulness state ni mu asema obeka bia no emfa somdwe emba. This withdrawal is not running away from life. Sa withdrawal enye timidity anase onipa ne nye coward otenase na watimi the sincere and genuine answer e de aba wo asem na ekoso no ho. Se de ameka kire wo last week no e na me say obi adu age bi. So be cross 50 years or per mass den onya 50 years work on so on drain there we free nipa mu. Oya more than aboa because who do that stage now like when we be you are able to calculate. Nti so say on take kasa sa amre ne dia se bio tafra che na meka no wada ne sa de no na se de ye nananom kan no omo se wontie sa age no wontie kasa de ne sekantia na beje ne ho e wa abofra nsam cause who do sa age ne dia we are straightforward. It is preparing you to face life properly. Ubia or ye leader papa bia, this how he makes decisions. And yes, walk a trends no we follow no jina so ye decisions dabi. Obetie bibia. Then he goes in there and sits down. Now we analyze asem no. Now we share. Now we practice mindfulness. We do bi kra wo be twen no we nya move bi ne ade ansana. So when you read the Bible and see something about someone going up the mountain, it doesn't mean run to Achia mountains to pray or go to the Achimota forest to scream. A waste of time. You go and scream and do all sorts of things. You come back with crack voice. Oh, not to say. To prove that you went to scream. What did you come with? You are still asking somebody to send you 100 cedis. It doesn't make any change. Or you come back drained. When you're weak. So, before Jesus ever set foot on the water, he first climbed the mountain. The allegory means that you should not overreact in the face of troubles. Yes, what see a seminar, no one kuriashem, now you promote nothing but kokonsa. You will react. Me, they me evident. Me, anytime I will talk, no, we play voice note. Me, are sending me voice note. Me, were evidences. And sana, me say me can't say you are saying. Ebusia, and yes, I was sorry. I know I could see at your mountain. Now, there be as I say, we put see she will. And yes, I will corner your cat say, Obi ne kun, Obi ne egg de yare yo. Oh, no monsa. Seb yota fracha, one bashawa when you HIV. Bron some or two fear no ama yare no susu. Ipa na on the quad no test answer. Men overreact like that in the face of trouble. Pretense. Say all is well, no, and solve problems. Nipa ni so, oh, yet to say, Bibia, you okay, deep down within you, and yes, I'm solve a problem. You must act with proper thinking. Be honest with yourself. I told you this morning, honesty. I did we are making this man can you. But uncle penny panic chokra. Be honest and stop. When you have an issue at work, you don't run to Achimota Forest or Achia Mountains to pray and speak in tongues. Lawu. O de ka. We chantro. What for ukunechi? Achia Mountains will not do nothing. You just need to be honest with your own self. Now, when we will be at their work, why say, why you near bebrebe? It is foolishness to run there for noise making. She knew what to see. You must visit the Abrewa in silence. Go deep within you. Get to the core. Analyze your weaknesses. Jetum. Uniska de bia ufrade. Unia botre dia ukumbe katen wo so akaten oba ni say I mean one wako ware mba mi you need ba ko atena 5 minutes drive and we see kan so na wo bre. You don't need to go to Atria to make any stupid noise. Fache me. Be honest with your own self. The way I met to Tony and then what to show niama wardrobe ma phones nko ade papa bi anim. Bibia wo be hu bia wo beto no crema won say me jaya to me imagine say every 6 months me change me wardrobe. Every 1 year na me change me wardrobe until the business get to this level. I'm not buying this car. Your common sense. Adwene. Be honest with your own self. That is what we call proper thinking. When you have an issue, and then a match that one, who janeko achaman to ko robo and nunti na mu bebre mu guasoro mu asoro ne so mfaso. It's because of your state and how you are thinking. Adia wa ye ema wo fall short. Instead so be focus what no we change wo like your Bible told you. Said renewal of the mind. No, who blame me, Maame Grace? Who blame me way? Who blame me way? As for no the no. Maame Grace now all denting the body of who am I to dent the body of Christ? If you have the ability of the court now what join no now who keys now who mechanics who am I? to stop. Na sebio abuatia ne osama ye duane de obofo de ye de. Amucho wo, we your question. Osama yin de aduane amoko wo. Ana ma bodam. Actually, you need to visit Abrewa and analyze your own weaknesses and how to resolve them. Be truthful to yourself. This secret thinking pattern works with silence and withdrawal. So you will try to do something to please people. I am telling you, and behavior towards you in public is about what they discuss in secret. And there are people who love you so much, but they can never defend you in public because of the discussion they did in secret. Enti niyama bebre ne yeye ayemo obi no influencing. But sa wankasa when you use this thinking patterns no elye juma wo waye kom ne di nokure na ta small voice na kasa kire wona, then you come back with an upgrade. Efe wa ube say okay, ube chiro niyama me no matter how much I get, this is the focus. This mumu bebre mu betumi ato mansions. But mo ya mo say muntumi na mo free niama na mo to we na wakota asase kota bi wo baabi. Anyway, I am telling you that you can decide to buy a land at Laboni anywhere you want if you decide to give yourself 2 years. It's because you are looking at yourself say muntumi ntina na wakope kakra bi wo nkambebo baabi bia na o ma bebo mi kota plot na asan age afi unsem. Listen, you sitting back and making a great decision for yourself that is not influenced by anybody. And now when you be I would please you obino, that is where peace is born. I'm telling you. 10 years after coming down from the mountain, why yes I dream way no way you see this thinking pattern no no. Afen na wo beba from free mountain so wakwa adwene ni mu aba. Jesus walks towards his followers who are in the boat in the middle after he came from the mountain and almost no okọ boat ni mu wa brenti no wada. Eno so ya ade enkrofo di tuetue yaso. Understanding ni ho. Let's break that one two down. Wakọ boat ni mu of the night, tossed about by strong winds and waves. Yesu eba hono tie ni ye o. Se wo de ba just the common seer. Yesu ba hono na pubu asroche dada. Ena Yesu ba boat num. Otumi da boat num. Bible say na he was sleeping comfortably on a pillow. Wabeda. Na ensuo no toss up down ebusia. The sea in the old writings represent something moving, like an unstable situation, something that never sits still. Say ye can epua ubetumi aka say e ya brabo. Tell me if your life has ever been stable and still. Tell me, be honest. Aggression doesn't work at this point or at this situation. Prayer have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with this situation, and I will break the code for you. Yes, you come out in the moon. That's what you know about that. Okoye no otumi dae enti enye nsuo keke abo to siso keke e wo Sea of Galilee e wo Tel Aviv ho na ye kotu esika na ye kohwe ye. The old poet who wrote the Psalms in the Bible compared their troubles to being pulled under by water. Mundi kodi mo Bible ni yo, saying the waves and the floods had come over their souls. If only Ghanaians would think like this. Think about your own emotions. Do they ever sit still? When you jia won kwande nyina da unsuda. Ye woni pa bi wasase so be wiase wasria unsuda. The storm, the ocean, the waters, it is all about our lives. Wo body na equita wonu si so 70%. So this is why your life will never be smooth. Inia and then how I also ko so ho akonfu obia wo problem o obia wo Lazarus bia wawu apratete won abrabom ebia chikuro mi omutukuro so omu yi kire wanka abedwane and then na wo pese wo yete se wo power ma without you, around you, in your home, in your family, problems can never be there. It's a lie. When they talk of asroche, this is what they are talking about, and in actual fact both ni si nsuo ni nsuo ni doso. And in ebo ehum saa na nsuo do so ya brabom ye nipaduam 70%. na body ni si so nti abrabo nankasa ni emotions na ewo nsuo ni mu no enye stable nti wo besere ni nyina ye nsuo yi so a na ye nyina ye te asɛm a Bible ka kyerɛ wo na ninie or say floods had come over their souls and our souls. Think about your own emotions. Do they ever say still? Nobody can tell me so any problem with you. One moment you are confident. The next moment, fear creeps you in. Fear creeps you in. This year has been a difficult year. I've been telling people it's been chaotic. And I'm catching myself. Omo aye de omo ye wie ya efe de ye nhwe se omo wie omo beye bibi na bibi asesa abusia senyama sa niama ni si a your life what one moment you are in love the next moment you feel disappointed meaning your life happens what life happens oh one moment you enjoy something the next moment you are tired of it. Life goes on. When this happens, understand this. That is the sea. It is always moving. And also, and I yingina yeti. And then I pokasie. Where ya brabum. That's 70% water. Na yeti sono. You see, we are seeing carry 70% of water. In so we are so swing asasia. We are say sa eyewo. And one yesu kind. I and my father are one. The macro universe and the micro universe. It's the same thing. As Roche Bay and Wabla will blame brunsam. You need to master your own mind and make sure say what you say where happens, then you stay in the balanced mood. A dear ben a moment ni pebre will be asking. I thought that when he had it. Obinin Joma or 2 years, and one pa. I thought that I said, yeah. I thought that I need to inquire. I thought that's why I soon. Although the years are not here, love goes, love, and ye no quarry, and ye life. As Rochina yes go confront you, one moment, no when near G. To the beer now, I brown baby beate. That is the sea. It's always moving. I've told you. The wave keeps coming to the shore, but another wave keeps coming, almost rolling over. And that's where we are. That is life. It never asks your permission before it rises or falls. Looking at your plan and your arrangement, life happens and life continues. It goes on. You don't have control over that. Such is life. Bishop, you can never pray for nothing to happen. I am telling you, and you know this. Why do you lie? At this, you've gotten everything. We are seeing globally. Don't dirty the faith. People around you might not be able to tell you this, but take advantage of this woman. Go down so you can hold yourself to the end of your life. Because a woman said, "You would debroswa reward no eyenimgu ase wan hwe na wufunu achi kurada ne nsem yehu bi ente." Sometimes Ghanaians I just don't know. Even yet to kwan no kura unim say bibi besi no na I mean, so the boss will say Maame nkantia. But don't forget I'm the ghost influencer. You cannot tell me Pels muntie ni say bibi yami. No more than me to hospital. Now to me make some mechanics o de boa me na mi na munko sie mi. Men be man knowledge na ye wo ha ne nya ketekete. Nipa de o ye mobo. Bibia betumi asimi so. Ye ka say 5 minutes ahead of me. I don't know. But me tia sasi so knowledge no wo de I will share. Make sure ni na agu ho. Enye hwe ama me po ye bibia ma obi daachi. But me nkan kiro say me wo power to solve everything. In so na yesi so no ye need the permission to tell no so on fire enko direction way we are just learning mechanics into the yenko ha na ye shake ya na ye use our direction ye use our mechanics no e dia balance ye ho anuanom dwade ye mfa hwe ma osofo to bo ase na minim dia wo pe wasase so biom a enti ba bi a wa bedui unya adwuma da na nyame apagya wafira atechem du wa besu obotan so asiesie dia wenye nyina achi inim de ntia begu wanim ase nti susu mo a mo ben no mo try na mo boaboa o mo wai a mo try na mo boaboa o mo na wo soso nipa so saa de na iko owuo mu dia enye Esremu amombo aboa wo mo. Abusia, mekasa madiach. The boat represent your body, your daily life, carrying your soul and spirit across this moving sea of feeling. Who can stop this? Who is saying or no, or will say, what this sea yet your body my nante was you so bet me a commanding. And I'm going to mean commanding what commanding su edaho. And I'm a kind. Just that 70% you cannot command it. So what are you telling me? And most people spend their whole lives being thrown left and right inside that boat, believing that the storm outside is the real problem. And instead of looking for mechanics, or say, and I when I me, Maame na family uncle school, and I fear the scaffolding, and I wear the obi and say, look for mechanics, stop complaining. The storm is always there. You have to look for balancing. Believing that praying to external gods on mountains and forests will give them solutions. La wu me mano me ensamu de omo bewu ama Jesus. Me so me stop you. Omo kwa sorry papa. Ana ba ko no kwa sorry. Nurse no. Okwa sorry a osofo no nkoshe ne nkoma. O se me na me ye no. Ena me mapam nsamanfo no omudi nachi. Na me ba ne so osofo me ye mo chire adwuma o. Efunu na me ye ho adwuma. O se wo maame na ma wo koye efunu adwuma. So osofo. Ye adwuma ne mani di hu o. Ye me baladi. Ye me baladi. Bibia ye blame obi. Ade no kra ye papa woni pa na brabo. Na se enye pleasing osofo na ni so a obeka ne bone kwan so. Wapo obi di ahye no. Me ba ne ka kire no se me ye adwuma yi na maame na da so a ema me skill na o ye de no be ye me sa. Na me se me ka kire me se munjai kwa nka me ka se me ye bayifo. So wadi wani so o se ma sesa asore na me so better wasting than baby a wakọ. Any a topic for another day. Abusia mo ma yankasa ye hu ye hu ni njai se obi ba be ye bibia man. Mo pa ye nyina ye nhemra sori bi ye nhemra. So obi oba asore wa ha bi a oye galamse adwuma bia ye bompa ya momombra na mo ne omo nkasa se mo nye bio na mo hwe se omo stop ya. Outside gentility home cry. Ubejina TV no so makeka nse makase deep down kado so omo ya omo yi bibremu a moje. Have we not seen pastors who are going to site to pray for galamsey people's work to work? Have we not seen these things on social media? Nyami beni external God be eni wo be ye hwea. But the real problem is not that the sea moves. The sea will always move. It's like that. And American before Yesu couple jina podo no lim. The people there were fishermen. Omo nim say epodo ni behavior no. Admit this and have peace. The real problem is what happens to your mind while the sea is moving. This is where the problem is for Christians, for Muslims, for Nananom, for everybody. Ye to me jing to mu say. Yen to me nya permission wa brabo limu en kan kira brabo no say na me pentiko ni say we don't have that right na emom no wo be gada mechanics na ekosenya na wo bresi wo na wo balance wo ko bisom sisirimbom atabirimbom ataburumbom eya ya za wa ya aya bisom so omo no mo kira ba bia boat no kwa they go according to the direction of the wave. This is simple understanding. Onyame die ni wa wo be frɛ no aka kira ni say enya ku eye adwene no. Anuanom, learn this and no peace. The story says that Jesus walked towards the boat on top of the water. His followers become afraid, thinking they are seeing a ghost. At this point, you can see, say, this is a jana hoarding, with Johnny Riasinim Diano, run a higher self. Ebanisa nipe who say we nipe bium, then nipa understand the no understand the no a defa. And then he assures them not to be afraid. That is him. One of them, Peter, asked to be told to come by walking on the same sea as Jesus. Or yes to start so about consciousness. and awareness and awakening. I see, we've gotten to a point where now we don't even care anymore. I was asking Obi say, "Inti mi fie pa na me call flower pot see what the way I roll and I am me flowers with your pottle. Inti me pa mi fie ni na me say no need. Ofie ni nipa nti ma obekọ na apro na esi wo nipa ye powerful o senka nipa be hu se de nipa ye powerful na nka ya dodo ye ho ya ye genuine to ourselves me say efie bebre sisi wo e pro fama obi so onkotena mu hwe dwuma odi bedi wu no nti on fama obi a na efie ni si wo pro efie so nipa nti ma e be pro bibi a nipa ni mu bi aye useless aye din ama ye nyo ye aye ye ho ye fa no nsi wo nti Yesu no na nti ena wafre Peter say Peter nso benanti so be na mbisa am no asore no mo ya na mo kwa disciples ni nto aso eyo mo mba family business pure business you say we should not talk about this ya no ya kashi beni nya efie no wonye wo wie na kata me ba ho no he wo bia na wo mbi question wo kebo be questions no wo mbi sane ni wo mbi wa kashi no ni ofe na efe ake okashi onga oshionga no na akati ni no onye ofe ni Maame Grace nke bu akashi onye no sole ke hanu onye nu ye bie dani oba shi oba nyo ke o church members akashi before ka ya fa na ni kole nke bu akashi beautiful woman ni full of gold dust e ke bu akashi je kankani bi je efulomi ni eta no he wo oke nakani bi akaba e kebu akashi jele egbe ni eke wo nu eno shi lede nche ebe mi e ke ma kenyin osofo onye no sole oka hanu onye bode nche o shamopo no onye o shamo Dr. Jeno ote ni afeke habo onye o sole no shamo kapu kome no banyo sole ke ha a whole river onye isumo na kane ani nya fie o isumo mi nkenye eneje besaneni nkamoko be mi nkenye sane isani ye numishishi. The real problem is what happens to your mind while the sea is moving. The story says that Jesus walked towards the boat on top of the water. His followers became afraid, thinking they are seeing a goat. And then he assures them not to be afraid, that it is him. One of them, Peter, asked to be told to come and walk on the same sea as Jesus. So say, come. What does this mean in actual fact? He says, if it's really you, command me to come to you on the water. Bishops will never command their disciples. Are you a Christian? Christian simply means Christ-like. Are we seeing this? Markados. Associate pastor will serve. And at the end of the day, when we are sorry, no one qua, Peter climbed out. Peter was just a disciple Jesus called. He didn't call his son. And Peter climbed out of the boat. And for a short time, he genuinely walks on the water as well. The disciple is doing what his master is teaching him to do. How about Saya? They are walking on the sea together with the master. But would he last? And another lessons, because briefly, no, Nante, he is doing exactly what his teacher is doing. Standing above the very waves that are supposed to swallow him. But then he noticed the wind. Listen to this. Peter is consciously walking on the sea. That is where awareness comes in. When the awareness sets in, and then you start to sink. This is what I want everybody to get for me. He becomes afraid, and immediately he begins to sink. This is consciousness and awareness working together. Me catch them play say mu binum power mu kita se munima. And can crofoni be cra makotena omo na ase amonu aduane si omo niama omo san disrespect mo no. Anka wape baby afa, they are not even your mate. Nothing closer to you. You are just not aware of the kind of abilities you carry. This is why we are like what we are now. I just so bibini ni obroni to no bibini obroni hu so you superior over obibini. The liquid that is walking through my body, you don't have. My body is breathing oxygen. It's breathing heat. It's breathing gold. You are not my mate, no matter how poor I am as a black woman. This is what a lot of you don't understand or don't know. When he became aware of himself, fear stepped in and then he started sinking. Look carefully at the order of events. I mean, some breaking it down, man. They won't do this for you in the church. He did not sing first. TMO one, nyeso tia de ne so anana or sink it. And then feel fear. He feels fear first, and the sinking follows. When we turn no other way around. Turning the other way around. So your awareness sometimes work with fear. So when you become aware of something, you ask questions and you get understanding. It kills the fear. That is when you can say, I am conscious, I am aware, but I am not sinking. That's the level Jesus wanted Peter to get to. And this, how do you people read it? Literal. This understanding is nowhere. I have broken down the codes for you. If every Christian should even understand this, if every Kremoni will understand this, no kasatia Muhammad ni Allah. Let Allah and Muhammad deals with them. They are powerful than you are. Unless you are telling them they are weakling and you are powerful. Why do you get angry over this? Some of you people are so scared of your bishop, so scared. I know my Christian fans will be saying he lost faith. Oh, really? In actual fact, faith. I didn't hear what Bible. GDA kure ye bibi na snap ya back on. Snap ya back to change GDA. But the answer sits in one post I made on my Facebook with a picture. My posts are very strong. There are things I want to talk about, but my boss feel they are too strong and it's not, the time is not right. It is a mehane na mati baby kakra me ka baby kitu bi am so ode posti mame. So me posti bibi kitu bi e wo me Facebook page, with a picture. Me post and I read the writings. They are very strong. I said, one can be conscious without being self-aware. When they read this, I post, and people were beating themselves with it. Yes, a lot of you are conscious, but you are not aware of it because of indoctrinations and dogma. A lot of you are so conscious, so powerful, full of energies, but some of you are aware of what you have and how to control it for you not to be, well, like, so we are aware of your consciousness. It also needs something. So we are aware of your consciousness. Now, confidence can one thing. And now we are conscious with arrogance and pride. And also another thing. We can talk about this also another day. Abusia, Peter's mind became conscious for a second. Say, me pa bi nie. And immediately he became self-aware of his weakness. Then started say or sinke. Me pa mi nie, mi o hia medi. Sese mi so mi obi me twen obi. Nti na last week me ka kire wo no. Hwe. Wo pa de ebekun a, bibie ni we ebetumi detect ade ekun a. Jealousy, any greed for competition kan. Wo be wu one time. Won't last for long. When you mean about wrinkle. Sadia when a bad mu, a feno was started or then or sinke. Someone wrote a comment asking if I meant to say that consciousness is different from self-awareness. And I was like, wow. Everywhere awakening in this Obi Bisa question. Oh, but it's okay. Me, I love answering questions. Time Maame Gracie's take will definitely come back. I'll talk to my boss, Mr. Sabre. Because can back as a anytime to me chaso. And the answer is yes. Oh, yes, you can be conscious. Now when you're aware of yourself. Yes, consciousness is different from self-awareness. Let me break it down. Now, where self-awareness, and they don't even know the difference in two. You see, science even agrees with me that if someone is, for instance, in a coma, they are conscious, but the moment they come out of the coma, they will ask, what happened? Where I am? What date is today? And they are be onipano or daho. O movie. Until you're conscious. But the person is in coma, or you're aware. Science will agree with me. What is going on? Or sorry, maybe all sorts of questions. They suddenly lose their self-awareness. But they are conscious of this realm. But onim de ekoso wona brabom ayete se obi enya sebi dementia ana kafra obi a wabodampo de onu losing the self awareness no completely because onim so obedidi ka eba obedwane but obi a wanya wakoko mamu no onu de sebi otafrache oda ba bi na bibi ye na no ane se because onye the self into a difference na ma kire wono. This is how I sometimes see the minds of Africans. They are not dead. They are highly conscious. A self-awareness. So, you see why I will not fight you. I understand your situation because I read energies. I understand your predicament. I know your situation. So sense. One day, I will explain how rivers are conscious but are not self-aware. Because I'm a good platform, so we allow them to talk. So, the symbolism of Peter on the sea with Jesus suggests that true consciousness gives you the ability to ride over your burdens. That is true consciousness. So, if you are conscious and you are walking left and right looking for solutions for your burdens, I know they see you. And if you claim you are talking consciousness, and then what you have is the solution for people's burdens. You help people to understand their burdens and know how to balance their boat on this river that nobody can do nothing about. You don't make people dependent on you because you are also in that same boat in your life and you are also in that same storm. The people are so obey ni kwa ne ho ato. Asam na make ani nyina enu nie. So what here ade we yase a you will not allow anybody to brag about and God and Jesus and Muhammad Why? Muhammad was so powerful. Obi ko hwe adun so gunus o se ko religion of peace. And then asotoro ni sun we chire no. Guy we say when take papa we on no when see ne pa dia. We are in a country, freedom of speech. You know what he said? I'm not justifying anything for him though. I don't like that. But I don't get the whole thing. The point is, I host Revelations platform. Do you know how much people have said about Jesus on my platform? Do you know how much people have said about Muhammad on my platform? We disagree to agree as people. Meba mo asem no so next week minemu be hye so wo ho prepare na mo mbra. The moment your attention leaves the higher part of you and fixes itself on the size of the problem, you lose your footing. Listen, I have said that wherever focus goes, energy flows. It was not the wind that pulled Peter down. The wind was already there the whole time. He was walking successfully. What changed was where his mind went to. This is what I mean when I say your consciousness must be the master of your emotions, not the servant. This is why I don't like anything worship. This is why I don't want anything groupings. I don't want to lure you into nothing. I want you to be self-aware. You should have your consciousness with awareness. That is when you are able to control your boat on this everlasting storm of life. When trouble comes, your body will feel it. Your emotions will react. But the part of you that observes all of this, that quiet watcher inside your head, does not have to jump into the water with the fear. Do you have this in your heart? Your heart can race. Now we surade, now we just say, now we su, now we trash, now we won't come baby. And you crap in the Bible that Jesus all cartons, pamucho. And he fa. And a Bible actually said Jesus a wuna senya. Na bosumiaso. It can stay above it. Calm, watching, deciding what to do next instead of being dragged by the current. And a problem. Awariye yasem nya ba ya wo invite abusuafo cast ma anu ne ye bebrebe e wa awariye mu ma awariye guye wo se wunya ka be come back but anu no a ba awariye nu mu no doso nti wuja wadwen se wo come back you will offend so many people and ka wo call back kakra e na wunya abotre kakra na wodwen ya anka wo na wode wo ho wo na unim dia na wo betumi awariye ya wagya ya wo su a wo feel bad yi. Deep down within you, who cares? It is all about you. Na samba ya munsusu. The way amu dia bufo gidi. This abrabona ya bono enye gidi mata. Abusia, this teaching did not begin and end with one story in one book. Sa Jesus onante wo puduya ofre pira ma onu so be nante wo punu dubi enya asem owo book kukuru timo oya ada owo ye ne nananom what you see na nkrofu wo ba no wona aso wa be trocho won ze dem ra me kekere wa hyase ne de asam korona na ibiala only 10 no ozin abobu dube bia ye wo sisi ale nti yi no mama nyu ye nko books ahuru bi mu na wale ate wo ase de obibinye wo nana ye onana we abusua ye we abusua one ancestor ye one ancestor ibiale ntumi ndano bibi fofo bi se ma ibi ho kwan mo dano bibi fofo za no no wa ada no wa akoa pede etase. This is simple mathematics. For thousands of years, in many different lands, there have always been small circles of teachers who trained a chosen few in exactly this disciple. Like Jesus, what a disciple. This thing has always been there. Ebusia bela owo yimpa wo train one ma wo ze ebusia na enyim. O mani biara wo munyipa wo train one e ma wo zi won enyim damala ikro biara so won eze ebusia biara won eze dam na ote wo nyipa wa atete hon na wo hwe ebusia no do dem ra yesu no wo ni disciples a wo hwe won learning to master the mind. So the mind does not master you. Maka kire wo platform yi so on said that in ma bibiala ofa wo mu but oseda awo e ma wo kwan na fa bibiala mu na be ye bibi ebe ye bibi kese ebe ye bibi oyezen Bible aka cho oso won ma hono momado wonya zen chen hona tamfo in ancient Akabulan mama me ma mo 1111. If you don't master the mind and you allow the mind to master you oba fe mobo oni bi fe ba afite onana ye jenemi no ewo esano kaseni. In ancient Akabulan, there were schools attached to temples where students of mystery schools were tested through fasting, silence, and facing their fears before they were allowed to call themselves initiated. Now, I initiate mokome kenwo afami, I initiate mokome kenwo Maame watami keni bi ke church all the time she pon cheme I initiate ya bi ame 2 days ake ame mfeni minisane abe time pon akaba akase abotemi omo yame amenta wo shika no ewo wo ka mewie woke mukomoko ewie ni bi ni aka enyefe amale ni minimi nkebo Mene in small machang bear, many no a war is a new onumishishi. In Akabulande, this is how they initiate people. They will work on your mind. You are not easily manipulated or influenced by money or by whatever. Where is it now? From shrine to where? What's going on? In Greece, philosophers gathered small groups of students and taught them to observe their own thinking as if they were watching a stranger. You remove the mind and train it as if it's not yours. So when we get to that point, and share and Crawford the advert near the at the brain you, the banner in your proper ninja. Because listen, you can call it a homaso now, your problem ni. Soon sumupo, young friend, ya be set up no other squatter also. You can't tell me what to wear, what to eat. The fact that you have consciousness, I have more than consciousness with my awareness, I control you. You don't control me because you need my avatar. You need something from me. I can take whatever I want from you when I sleep. I have that opportunity to get out of my body. You are already out of your body. You need my awareness to project to yourself. You see the difference? Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Greece if also the in Britain, when I sat with the Druids, they spoke about the discipline of standing still in nature. In cold, in silence, until the noise inside a person's head finally quiets down. How do we make a decision, Papa? When people meet me outside, they are marveled. Now we are doing sir. When people meet me in my office, they get different experience. Now we are bokosa. When people see me on the platform, she's arrogant. You don't know what is eating me. Maybe there's an ant in my pants, chewing my balls. Our own Asian people had their own version of these schools long before any of these others. Asa no mudi bibia amoku etum ani afiri hu e de ba ha sei. When they train you, you will be doing everything by will. Because you own your choice and your decision. And yet anybody's influence. Enti sa wo wodema ade a wo beye no wo pia bonten so a wo beye the same thing. You lead one face life. And yet the omo dia mema mu ya mo wa so we different people. Uko fie so we different people. Double face, you get nothing. Bible aka kire o se dia na adwen ye ne ntanta wa awurade anim o nya hwe. O se dia odin that ne nsa so that the funtum o said that the funtum o jemu to ono oni hwe wa awurade anim. All these are scripture. How do you decode them? Direct translation. So nu ne fite wo. Ne fite ma na mi. Kenu kashipo kani bi fe fa na fe. You okay? Oba no ba solike ha namo. Oba nyo solike ha obodo nche ohe. Ka ohia bi no oba no ba solike ha namo. In many of our communities, young people were taken through initiation like kinship or puberty rites. They were separated from their families for a season, taught the discipline of the mind, the discipline of speech, the responsibility of secrecy, and the respect for unseen forces. Ansana ya initiative. Me na me ya mo papa mo de asofo ni nyina afa santetie yi mu. Ansana o mo abie church. And the other no di wachi otwon no ho a wo bi bia wo ye bia wakoka. Ghana ha oni obi ye adwuma a wo nye nipa boni o. Ade obi gya wa adwuma na obekọ no. Afi na wo beka dia wonim, dia wonim. Obi ya antete no, obi na asori, obi wa spiritual person, o spiritual father ye wan. Gwe nyina ye ni bi nti oti we ya na ode kọ okodi obi atam no wanya face na ode aba. Really? You've not been separated. One etete o endure ya ehu 2 days ago. O title ebro nwotwe. Ade ya use 25 years. Ede beduru ha. Te no ko bibio ni ni e. Nti omunim sa de omo kasa. omunim said bibia na omunim sa na omo betete. This was not superstition but pure training. It was our own mystery school. Enye no ko ade ohun bi oso wa superstition otumi hu obofo kro ne ko dina na omukọ no omukọ hie nipa no okasa te se wanu petro. Teaching the same lesson. Oh my God. The man on the mountain was teaching his followers the same thing na nanom na omo ye mutumi de nkwala ne tena eja no ho na omo to anansesam kire omo abrewa namba obi wo ho obeba senya na ye fie nyina na yete ansana sesi ekura de walking on the sea no kura training no kura osofo obi enko na osiso na wahu ne ye mu sesi sin is sweet oh, but wait for it. Master yourself first, very important. And the storms of life will not master you. This is it. Simple as ABCD. And if this is being practiced in Africa, then I'm because of religion. Your religion or faith doesn't matter because wherever human beings have gone looking for real spiritual strength, they have always arrived at the same door of silence first. So tell me, Aden, any day. And we should stay away and think. Practicing of mindfulness. This is what helps. Even our when you are sit back a little bit and stand away. No matter how painful words I obey you so amount. What the opa men kasa na train and from amfaso. Asem na ko be man ho na guilt na ko siesie obe man na obi e kire ne feathers a owo. Me ke feathers na omu show ho no so ostrich ne feathers a etutu won feathers a nnambiale nu honi mu. He the pay no woro bro mo no aware nto wonja yo wotimu wope ba wonye ready da wo be ye ho adwuma ma honi nyina we nya asomdwe wo poison won ho yi ya oni nyanku na yisu we ya ma ne nyanku wo wi ane wa akwazi won ho won ala wo poison won ho won mbakra won asomundwo won yi na meka kire o ka asem no yo den awotena sekakatena fom ipekra tum kono munsu awokọ na ntabo ebeba no asem ebe yi ano na ebe ka no na adwene ho ansa. This is what is called peace. There is no prayer that can do this for you. Jimidi ade ohudi. Discipline of the mind. Then and only then is there the ability to walk steadily through chaos. So want to mean ye we abrabo no be ye mesisa Ushiasia, sorry, apa, may make a different decision. Go back a bit. Sometimes stay as if you don't want to start again. Reset it from the mind and move. And then about water form. Our own people have always respected water as a living force. Your ancestor was aware of this. Not something empty to walk past. They were not praying for whatever. You came to meet water, you are going to pray for water. And I mean, can bodo njo shamopo. Neba, obanyo o pray akeshi o shamoneba. Onye, your boss call me she. Efe say no o jofoi. No to doctor no. Ni akeni ne ke wo ogbe mi. Ni agbla shamo ke habo. Obanyo soli kahanu. Ogbe oda hey, minister de mini ewo. Papa, o sofo. Ogbe oda chon. This is so important for us. Among the Akan, rivers like the Tano and the Great Lake Bosonche are treated as homes of powerful spirits and deities. Approached with respect, libation, and proper conduct. Tell the church this is what we need. The way we approach the rivers, the respect and the reverence we give to them, the kind of libations and the proper conduct. And no, and we hear so be catch the onipa. And empire, empire mensu. That's why I'm saying that a time will come, I will tell you why also visit a spiritual person. In actual fact, se busum efisrem na sabe obefa asante ni kura sa komnisi no so na busum wura na oka twi te se sebio obi ofisrem ka twi Nature say, omu fa nipa avata nko ade a, omu de omu language nenam. There is a reason tia energy biya ewo ekuro bi so. Inti na me kire wo sesa wo ya igbeni. Wo pese wo practice spirituality, go there. Na spirituality no, don't get confused about it oh. Spirituality ni be your culture. And ye what ye the mechanics. We will do this episode one day. Intini dientia tano ensuo no ene bosuntwe ensuo no ewo ho no no nia na wo nananom omo de approach no e de appease no was not prayer ewo na kwan. Elijah ene wan inumu Moses o se wan nye ono no kwa na ensuo na sei na ode nkyene ni weegum no wa mompa ya ama ensuo no aya mo nsusu na nyemo na mo de Bible ba wiase na ntwetwanimu na ya abro so mo yesa ye be senke mo ma people and confront real things enye ma ye ho nto ye wokrom ha. Among the airway there are water spirits tied to rivers and the sea. 100 true song and festival along our coast. Many communities speak of Maame water, a spirit of the sea rivers, said to bring both wealth and danger depending on how a person approaches her. This thing is scriptural. Let me quote it for you. Enkrof obi bisa say me can rispa ne Mephibosheth asem no. Wakwa asori sa until that just use Google. When you Google rispa, you get the whole story there. Bible there cheap than bibia. Inti e wo ho. Dia mebe quote so. Se man quote scripture na just Google the story no. Ube hu wo ho. Enti uko Volta region the way almost approach rivers no. The way almost we sua because omo de ne ye nsuo a esan so ka epu ho asante memu epu ni ho. Inti na che da so de epu be kwa akoma omo wo ho no. Ebi ni ho. Inti won se medical chiro de way omo de na ekọ e na me de wa ba Volta region omo de epu eni nsuo no e na me chiro say yes scriptural Bible say o se me de won sani mfa no me de bebo epu na ho na yedie ni sika nyina wo na me de wonsa benkum no e de abọ river mu na akokoro wo bone akọ. This is why they baptize you in the river because river na nye stagnant a movie internet se be wo bone na kwa wo nkai biu but e ba ni sika ni yedi a punimu ne wo. Bible acknowledges this. Nti wo ko bo bi asu wo pumu a minim ba bi a wo ko Bible school and a story for another day. Say omo so omo bu afu na ga bi so omo mechire asama bibi sa no meche me twen omo bre no meche me why pacho omo che me anam abeje me why na me de omo che me kro mo mfa me mfa ka omo de me ba si kon ho na akọ when so wo Bible mu na say na Voltarians no so omo approach ensuo omo de no omo no ye maami no omo wi a omo no omo bondwom nti se omo bondwom no omo ye omo ade na that is how they also approach ensuo na ewo omo ho no eniama afiri mu ba no eno e na machiro no nti se wo ye Voltarian na wo pese wo ye saa niama na anka ko ho eno ya another story. Notice something important in all of these traditions. Me ba be chiro bibi wa now they are. Nobody in our culture ever treated water as something to fear blindly. Nobody. Your culture, Ghana yinara, any Africa yinara. Into make a kind of nedo or something. Obi ni wa ye kachire ni say ohun nsuo say e yade ehu pa ye bronsam e ye saying blindly. Nor did anyone treat it as something to wrestle with carelessly. Obi ankasa kwa ya amamasem e wo nsuo nim sem na minim nsuo mikrom nsuo kra be so twen we dabi. We were not doing that. Yen champoa ankasa we no ye nyame papa we ye nyame bone ye nananom ankyere yen se nyame bi chen nyame bi omo ankyere yen so nsuo bi e chen nsuo bi abibifo behavior ni nti yen ko obi bia ho besi ne ya me no ti ya ye kase. Water was approached with respect, with preparation, with proper rites, because our ancestors understood that water carries force or suffer. I'm educating you. No matter how powerful you are, do not bring that ahomaswo thing, no, with insuo because unyankopon ba ye no obebutus. It can bless a farmer's field. And this same water, it can also drown a careless swimmer. Mumfa we into mo adwene mu. Depending entirely on how it is approached. Into kojina middle of esuo fraumu. Na kokasa wo bompa no nante kokakra so wo Jesus ne ba. Oba na. Oden cho musu efe agbo omo. We wo oba so lo gra 10. Okebwete. Ogbena. O she heaven better. It can bless a farmer the way you approach it. This is exactly the same wisdom hidden in the story of a man walking on the sea. And when wasam ne wo we mu na we. Asema me ne wo kan inti nyansa enim 99%. Adisa wadwene nya adwuma. E na obekasa asema me kan. Na nka Africa nyina dwen senya. Aden ne kuro pa asase ti sei. Nipa gusu na asase na yesei. Eye nipa ne ye problem no, enya asase no. Eye nipa na ye problem no, enya nsuo no. Nti wo mpa ye bi bo a, bo me nipa na egu na ase no. No mo dwen sei nipa na bibia be taking in natural shape. Water is not evil. I'm telling you this. And the word evil, cry, devil, cry, what is it? Let's look into it. When you are happy, you cry. I told you from the beginning. And when you are sad, you cry. Your emotions are fluid and your emotions are not evil, are they? Fear itself is not evil. But if you approach these forces without discipline, without respect, without preparation, they will take you under a rim. And nothing ye what baby away because obi bini nim so bebu nsuo na ye ni so obi na bebo mpaya mana. Obi bini nim so obeye discipline with nwura na odi kogubo ade animu. Na o se okobo mpaya ebe nti flood na ebe fire more because we don't think the way we are supposed to think as humans. So my dear pastor friend who needs a financial breakthrough and is praying to Jesus, learn to rise above your fear. Jesus is not coming for you. Rise above the water. The water of emotions is not evil or devil. I have gone into the etymology of the two words, evil and devil. I know that Christopher Suropa, evil and devil, almost Suropa. This is what actually pushed me to witchcraft school, evil and devil. And taught how when you reverse devil, you get lived. And when you reverse evil, you get live. Abusia. Say omwa katro say mpa, please think reverse no. Na just say nya de papa ne woman, money be. Na the devil o, and na evil o, and na the devil o, and na evil o. Yen ya dan no. Ya dan e chill. Ya dan e chill ye hu de oh, sana ma wo ye nyinala. Sana ma wo ye nyinala. Enumja no woru dwa, hwiale nyi ho. Nti the devil brema, I am lived. And the evil brema, madam. This is how I want you to think. As a mystery school teacher that I am, I will give you another key to these two words. Now I apply. Why? And turn the lemon into lemonade. So this is the lemons you can turn into lemonade. Devil, okay, lived. Evil, fine, live. 10 lemons into lemonade. Hallelujah. So I'm giving you mystery behind these two words. They are both anagrams for the word vile. Both the words, devil and evil, are anagrams of the same word, vile or vowed. School. This is mystery teachings. Vile is something that is morally unacceptable. To make vow is to defame or something that is an insult. But the truth is, what is vile or unacceptable is one culture. It's okay in another culture. Another man's meat is another man's poison. For example, homosexuality is vile in Africa. While polygamy is vile in Western culture. So, in traditional African cultures, homosexuality is seen as devilish. But in Western cultures, they are accepted as the norm. This wasn't one to you see, before na embra no abortion, na a particular weeks. ena allow so we be abort se si o ma raise samra na akose from pregnancy ni to birth no ubetimi ayi nse na to egu. This is murder, and this is what o ma set wo mo ha ye fu enya 7 months kro si mu nkoyi mo te ha se mu fire nyame na mo kunta antokwa yi ejija sa hospital sisuo e ma mo mba nyina edane awudifo o mbe kumu da me na make a kire mo sa nkrofo we ade a ye chi bia enya e ade o mo pe ade a ye nso ye pe ade o mo chi nti se no mo dane ye mmoa ana mo dane ye nipa. Think about it. Example ni bi e na maya ma no. Therefore, going to Atria Mountains to pray against a devil because you are fired from work is childish. Me person make asa wadwene ye. But we because that devil is not a person sitting under your feet and attacking you. That devil is your lack of skills, mechanics. Oh my God. That devil is your attitude towards work. That devil is your unconconcerned life. Onyankopon mu na mo kan o de obi obeboa wa ma waye de wo ye ni yie ebre wo won consenti na ye abort you before your time prematurely poof and alcohol. It is unacceptable to do things within the workplace. Ya sha wo mra ya fa wadwuma me madwumam wo wo hono ma wo ni obi a waba consultation hono mo ntwempena wo ni kwan sa wo de personal number so e de frɛ obi a client a waba edwuma mu ho ntumi mbi so obi a waba consultation bosia ntumi so ntwempena wo ho. And because I'm a fine beautiful woman me ma wo mbetwempena wo ho no obi mbedwen say yete ho edwuma aye no na me Yesu kra me ne twempena kra me gya no wantumi me ne bronsam so twempena wantumi aka Muhammad oba bechema. Are you in my spirit? He is dead, so he's a spirit. So you cannot come and arrest me if I say I saw him and I want to fuck him. Sorry. You can create and use certain attributes at home and be okay because they are not vile in those conditions. That's what I say. It is our word number the bro mu Christopher Munsusu. You can speak to anyone anyhow in your house and shout at anyone in your home. What to me they do here at them? What to me abrowomba? What to me they do ukuna them? Who to me fan kwa edwumen? Nti ukwa edwumen ma dia wo ye wo fie no fan ko. When you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. Who call America no? Aya ukoto ubola ni gubola ukotugu si ho. Go and do it. Ukodru one no aya ubie wonjom ne de nka betia ne hwe ne ya befa. Night is made for sleep. Nti fa speak akosi London obi ni da echi wa ade asa na bom to ntumi nkoye de wo ye wa ha ni nyinara ntumi nkoye wo ho ane. But when you come to work, that attitude is vile. That character is unacceptable. It is unprofessional. And it will get you to lose your job. When this answer when this now ye way na ye pamu we adwuma ni mu a efe wo nenam okay kan se mu wi a na afe wo de aduru prayer nyankopon na nka so tie sampa we kra ne no so wo yale. That is the devil and the evil you must sit in silence to overcome. You, the pastors, you, the bishops, you should tell your members this and stop chasing the wind in the name of the devil and the evil. The meaning is what that is the devil of the still waters. And then the brown. Let's continue this episode next week. How do you feel? Who do you see today on this set? Who do you know? Who do you see? What did you hear? In Kebueshe, Wabakbe, Minga Mofiamo.